The new .NET 10 version is finally released and we are able to perform the migration from the older .NET version to the latest one to get all the optimizations and features that are available with this new .NET 10. My name is Remik and in today's tutorial we'll do it in the very fast and efficient way on an existing code base. If you would like to get the source code from all the videos that are available on this channel, please support me on the Patreon, the link is down below in the description, and now let's get started. Alright guys, so at first we need to install the software development kit for developing the applications in .NET 10. So in the description down below you have the link for the following page, and based on your operating system and also the CPU architecture, if it's the 64 or 32 bits, you have to select the proper installer. In my case, this is the Windows and 64 bits of the CPU, so I will select this one. As you see over there, the Visual Studio support is in the version 18, so Visual Studio 2026. So in order to develop the application in .NET 10, you need to have either Visual Studio 2026 or the latest version of Rider that also, as you see over there, supports the .NET 10 and the C#14. So I highly recommend to download Visual Studio 2026 or the latest Rider. As you see, my download was completed, so I'll click on the installer and install. I have downloaded Visual Studio 2026, so I'm able to develop the applications in the latest .NET 10. In the help, you can see your version of the Visual Studio. In About Microsoft Visual Studio, and you can see over there the version of the year 2026 and as well the version described over there. So once you have 2026 version, you can click on OK, and we need to upgrade the target framework from .NET 8.0 to .NET 10. On the screen, you can see the stored procedures application that I have used in the video about 1 year ago on this channel. So I would like to upgrade this application to .NET 10. You can see that I have domain layer with as well .NET 8 and infrastructure layer. We need as well to upgrade all the nuggets that are used in this project. So at first we'll upgrade the target framework version. So instead of 8.0, I'll write 10.0. On the left side, you can see that this solution contains packages with vulnerabilities, so we will need to upgrade the NuGet packages as I've said in just a while ago, but we'll do it later. So we'll go to the domain layer in my specific case, and we'll do the same for the infrastructure. Now we need to check which NuGet packages are required to be updated. So we can go to the tools and to the command line and terminal, and over there we can write .NET list package -- outdated, and we see that we need to update the following NuGet packages. So now we can go in the stored procedures.api project to the manage NuGet packages, and we can go to the updates, and we can select all the packages, and we can click on update. We'll click on don't show this again, and we'll click on apply, and we'll accept. And as you see, we don't have any packages more to be updated in this API project. So the last project to be updated will be the infrastructure. As you see here, we have the exclamation mark. So we'll click on this one, and once again, manage NuGet packages. And we'll click on updates. We have 3 of those to be updated. Select all and update. And we need to click accept. Now we see on the left hand side that we don't have any more problems related to the NuGet packages. And we have the target framework .NET 10. So now I'll run this application and we'll see if everything works as expected. And now we can test if the application works as expected. So I would like to create one book with the usage of this post endpoint. So it will be book 1, category drama, and the author ID. I will select the one that I have currently in my database. So the first author, and I will execute it. And in the get books endpoint, we can try it out and execute. And we see that we have the response body 200 OK response. So it was properly retrieved from the database. So our migration from .NET 8 to .NET 10 was successful. And one more thing to check is the C# version. So we can select on the API project and we can go to the properties. And in the properties, we have the build tab and advanced. And we see that we have automatically updated the C# language from the 12 version that was before to the language 14. So we have the C# 14 available, so we can use all the C# 14 new features in our application. If you haven't subscribed my channel yet, then I highly recommend to smash the subscribe button down below, to write the comment, give me the like, and if you would like to get the source code, then please support me on the Patreon. The link is down below in the description, and see you in the next video tutorial.